Uh-oh, I think I found the problem. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video will be finalizing the turbo kit on the 670cc Buggy and getting it ready to drive. We'll be driving it in the video, so I'm really excited to see if this thing is really going to add any power. Like I've been saying from the very beginning, this is just an experiment, a budget build. I gotta put everything back on and get this thing ready to rip. Besides the turbo, I also want to prepare it for the trails. I did take it off-roading and it proved to be inadequate. We had no winches, no mud guards. So enough with the talking, let's go ahead and get started on this turbo build. This video was proudly sponsored by Harry's. Now Harry's is a high quality, affordable, and simple way of shaving. Are you tired of using crappy disposable razors? Well, look no further. Harry's offers an easy and innovative way of shaving to millions of men and women across the world. I've only been using Harry's for 1 month, but I can tell you it's by far the best experience I've ever had shaving. Harry's makes it super simple. You can choose different styles of razors. This razor has a very nice ergonomic feel to it, and I love it. For all the viewers out there, Harry's has an amazing trial set deal, so be sure to go to harrys.com/Vasily. That's the first link in the description to redeem your trial set for only $3. By doing that, you'll also be supporting my channel and helping me make more quality content. So big thanks to Harry's for sponsoring this channel. Be sure to join the millions out there that have tried Harry's, and I promise you guys won't be disappointed. But with that said, let's get right into this turbo buggy build. So we've got the tractor flap, and this is going to be the cherry on top. So yeah, that is the last of our oil lines. So we have our 12-volt pump right here. This is a cheapo Chinese pump, and it seemed to hold up pretty good. So the feed line into the turbo. Then we have a return, and we have not one catch can but 2 catch cans, so that the turbo oiling system is independent from the engines. Alrighty guys, we're gonna go ahead and test drive this buggy with the turbo for the first time. I did jet it pretty rich, just to give me some room for error, you know, just in case. So yeah guys, I am really nervous. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take it for a spin. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed with the first run, so we're gonna be deleting the wastegate line because I suspect that this wastegate is opening too early. So I'm gonna tee in a boost gauge into this hole so that we can see how much boost we're making. Gotta get one of these. So there's the plug from back cylinder. So I guess the oil pump is way too much for this turbo because it's leaking oil from pretty much everywhere. This whole intake is probably lined with oil. I mean, it's everywhere. starting to get worse and worse, and the thing is reaching out, which is an indicator there's no boost. So yeah, the first time it was definitely faster, but it looks like we're either having a boost leak or the seals are starting to deteriorate, because I'm no longer seeing 20 pounds on the boost gauge. Now it's only seeing about 10, so the seals are probably going bad. I mean, it's a cheap turbo. So what I want to go ahead and do is pull off the turbo and everything to do with it and switch it back to NA so I can compare the power and just see how it feels. And we'll probably go ahead and revisit this sometime in the future. Uh-oh, I think I found the problem. There is a small nut in there and it looks like it chewed up the turbine blades. I'm praying that there was nothing else that went through those blades, but yeah, this turbo is trash. So yeah, this was my mistake. I didn't put an air filter on the carburetor because I wanted maximum airflow.
So me, I'm not dumb, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a super small nut. I really have no idea where it came from, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull everything off, inspect everything, inspect the intake valves, just make sure everything's good. So there you go, guys. Once I deleted the wastegate, it seemed to really open this buggy up and it hit like 20 pounds of boost. 20 pounds may sound like a lot, but it's only pushing so much air. Was there a power difference? Yes, I can guarantee you guys there was a power difference. Like I originally anticipated, this turbo is too small and it's a little bit too restrictive. So if this video gets 10,000 likes, I will revisit the turbo, put a bigger turbo on, and maybe mess around with electronic fuel injection. The fun doesn't stop here. We have lots of goodies to install. We have this 3500 winch. It should help us not get stuck. We're going to be installing new LED lights, rock lights, and we're going to be installing mud guards, mud flaps, maybe panels. So I want to go ahead and turn this thing into one-seater. You see how my arm hangs out? And if you picture a line from here to here, my head is dangerously close to that line, so it's just not safe at all, and I don't want to risk my passengers getting hurt. So I'm just going to make this a one-seater. This thing wasn't designed with a lot of space in mind. So yeah, guys, I'm super excited for that. Let's go ahead and get right to work. Give it just the right amount of space. It fits right in. Alright guys, we got the winch in there and look how tight of a fit it is. Now once all this is painted, it's literally going to look 100 times better. Shout out to Oxbeam for sending me this light bar. The link to the products will be down in the description. So I've been meaning to do this for a while, but what I want to do is stiffen up this roll cage and make it permanent. This roll cage is removable. So I want to put some X bracing right here. For those of you that like numbers, this is 083 1 1/8 tubing. We're going to be running 120 wall 1¼ tubing, so we're stepping up in wall thickness and diameter. So we're gonna cut these B-pillars off and make them permanent. And we're also gonna add some X cross bracing right here to further stiffen up the roll cage. This thing is made out of 14 gauge, which it should be made out of 11 gauge. So a simple little brace like this was very hard to notch. I need to invest in some pipe masters because this was really hard. But I'm gonna be really happy with the outcome. Guys, I cannot believe on how well everything turned out. I couldn't be any happier. I love the cockpit vibe, the single seater. It's going to be a lot safer for me because keep in mind this thing is not slow by no means, but it isn't like too crazy fast either. So it's going to give us a lot more room to put our feet. We're going to have a battery box, we're going to have an emergency e-brake and a hydro e-brake, and we're going to have some luggage for utilities. This is kind of more of like a utility slash rock crawler, pretty much a 3-in-1. So as you can see, we got the roll cage braced. We still will be throwing in even more bracing. I think we probably added around 40% rigidity to the roll cage. The seat placement is perfect, the steering wheel placement is perfect. As you can see, the steering wheel is going to be adjustable, so that's really awesome. I'm glad I built that in. I apologize, this video was pretty long. So basically I plan to just do the turbo test drive and that's it. But then I just had a change of plans and I decided to get this thing ready for paint. So hopefully in the next video we'll finish everything else it needs, get it stripped down and ready for paint. I do not want this frame rusting. I want to protect my investment and paint this thing as soon as possible. So hopefully get everything finished in the next episode and hopefully get it ready for paint, but that's fingers crossed. Again, big thanks to Harry's for sponsoring this video. Remember, 10,000 likes will do a bigger turbo and possibly EFI, but that's only if we hit the goal. But yeah guys, I'm really excited to see this thing finished. Let me know what color I should change it to. Follow me on Instagram at VasiliBuilds, and I'll have to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned and peace.